WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I'm in England. You can always see by the thumbnail which country that is. Orange for America, brown for Scotland, and this purple violet for England. Cotswolds Lord Mayor's Reserve, whiskey base number 126030, batch number 1 from 2018, 46%. Peter Estlin was the 691st mayor of the City of London, and he is also part owner of the Cotswolds Distillery. Therefore, he got his own bottling. And there was 691 bottles. Yay! They were all numbered, and of course they were mainly sold and auctioned off for a very good cause. That's what politicians do. Now, unfortunately, Cotswolds also made some more, and they were all unnumbered. So Daniel Dan Zor ZOR from New York City made his fortune in the London finance market, and he decided to retire at an age of almost my age, in the Cotswolds region. Very, very nice, a beautiful, beautiful region. When you're in London and you drive, sometimes you only see a sign, the north. And you go to the north and you take a left, I think it is, to Cotswolds. Very, very nice place. Haven't been there yet. Want to go one day. Now, in July 2014, he actually opened up his distillery. Cotswolds is named after the region. And so this is a sample I actually got from the representative from Cotswolds at the Limburg Whiskey Fair in May or April of 2019, so it's not that old, a couple of months old. I was very, very happy. I like it when they always have to kind of bend down, and then they pulled up a bottle and said, here you go, and then they give you a sample, and I was like, oh, good. So this was this was first of all matured in first fill bourbon casks, and then later on finished either in American oak red wine STR casks. Dr. Jim Swan was one of the best, as with also Dave Pickerell. Those were the two big names that we had for the independent distillery advisors. Dave Pickerell did the USA with bourbon, more or less, and Jim Swan did Kavalan in Taiwan and Cotswold and many, many other of the newer distilleries that were happening and were starting. And he created this wonderful system. In Portugal, there were a lot of ex-wine casks laying around. You couldn't do anything with them, or at least not for the whiskey industry they wanted. So what did he do? He actually shaved them, cut off the inside a little bit, then he toasted them, and then he recharred them. S shave, T toast, R recharge, reinvigorated them. Yeah, and so these ex-wine casks are used primarily in this bottling from Cotswolds, the Founder's Choice, which I personally really, really love. I was the first person who did a review in English, and I was the first person who did a review in German, and I even beat Finn from No Nonsense Whiskey on that. Just like I'm doing Hey Finn with the Lord Mayor's Choice. He lives about, I don't know, half an hour away from the distillery, and I somehow have the possibility to get the bottles and the samples quicker here in Germany than he does, which is makes me a little bit the German word is Schadenfreude, when you're happy about someone else's other's dismay. All right, so it's red wine STR casks as well as PX sherry casks, Pedro Jimenez. So the Lord Mayor's Reserve was 65 pounds, about 72 euros, about $80. If you had one of the 691, it may have been more. Most of those are sold for charity reasons. As I said, they then re-released unnumbered ones, and those are the ones that I think I have here. Wow, I'm not a really big fan of this. I have a very, very type of sour moment, a little bit of a sauerkraut, a little bit of a meatier, but meaty is not a positive word with whiskey often, and this is a little bit more of a let's go for a sauerkraut and sausage moment. We have so the Krakauer would be the sausages, those ham sausages from Poland. Not a great nose for a whiskey from England. It just smells very young and incomplete and a lot of yeast. Over here, in comparison, the Founder's Reserve, I get a red wine caramelized. You can actually buy pieces of caramel surrounded by chocolate. There's a liquid caramel inside of them, or they're called Rolos over here in Europe. And imagine you had one or two of those in your mouth, and then you had a great swig of a deep, dark red Italian, French, or Spanish wine. Or for all I matter, Portugal, since these casks came from Portugal. And that's a caramelized red wine taste. I just love this. This is 60.9%. Cheers. Nice. I gave a sample of this to Foodquake. He really couldn't get into it. All he had was alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. And I get so much of that red wine. I get so much of that maltiness. I get so much of that caramel and the chocolate in there. I'm really, really surprised that he wasn't able to capture it as I do. Over here now, our Lord Mayor's Reserve. Oh, it's not ready. Oh, what a shame. Ooh. It's and then it just bottoms out, and then at the end it kind of gets sweet again, and it's okay. As I said, imagine sauerkraut. Imagine a type of bratwurst or a Krakauer or whatever you have from the sausages here, and then maybe put a little bit of a dill type of mustard on it. Not something I want in my whiskey, and the sauerkraut is a little bit too much. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm going to put a couple drops of water in this and try this. I did the video in German before this, and I actually said, will I not do the video in English? I swore to myself after I did like 10, 15 videos of German whiskey, and they were all terrible, not to do terrible whiskeys from Germany, but I just wanted to be first. No one else has a video about the Lord Mayor's Reserve from Cotswolds, and I said, why not? I can do that. So, a tiny little bit of a drop of water in here. Yeah. It just really turns into a bitter, sour, tart, metallic, young, funky, not yet prepared for the world. I don't get the PX, I don't get the sherry moment, I don't get the STR. Sorry. Man, I'm going to give this a D. And if you're paying $80 for this, it's going to be a D minus. So, the A's, buy it. Why haven't you bought it? The B's, go buy it. C, you can buy it. D, you don't have to buy it. And the F, why was this made? It's not that bad, but it's fairly close to that. What really, really surprises me is I had the first batch of the Odyssey barley. That was okay. It didn't really tick all the boxes for me, but it wasn't something I wanted to almost spit out. And the Lord Mayor's Reserve is like, no, don't need that. On contrary, the Founder's Reserve is an excellent, excellent bottle. You can see the color. It has that red hue to it already. The 60.9% is fabulous. You can dilute it down to whatever you want, and it's still, you can go down to 40%. It still has that flavor, which is amazing. This is the bottle to buy. This is not the bottle to find. Nice. And the alcohol is very present, I know, but still the STR, the wine, the chocolate is really, really, really in the foreground, and in the background you have that alcohol. My question of the day is, what whiskey has anything to do with a mayor? So do you know any whiskeys out there that actually have any type of connections to a mayor of a city? The name of the mayor, maybe dedicated to the mayor, maybe made by the mayor. Now I'm sure over here in the bourbon world we can find people. I think if you go back to the E.H. Taylor, he was a politician. W.L. Weller had something to do with politics as well. There's a couple people that actually have over here a political history. Anything else you know of? Here we have Peter Estlin with his Lord's Mayor Reserve from Cotswolds. Just not my cup of tea. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Please also tell others about this crazy American over here in Germany, of all places, tasting British or English whiskey and a lot of other different rare and exotic things. Yeah, contact me at WhiskyJason, one word, at gmail.com if you want to. My videos come out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.